Welcome, friends. We are your hosts, Sandy and Wade, baby best friends turned husband and wife and business partners.
This podcast is for the dreamers, the movers and shakers, and those who seek to attract their dream life.
Strap in. Getting magnetic in 3, 2, 1.
Like attracts like. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
This moment in time, this is your time to rise.
We're coming up on the last 90 days of 2021. How crazy is that? And you know what's so cool? In 90 days, like 90 days of focus could set you apart for year or years to come. That's why Sandy and I created the 90-Day Habits Journal, which we've talked about on the podcast before. But specifically for all our network marketing friends and listeners, not only do we have a 90-Day Habits Journal to help you track and grow daily income-producing activities, we now have a 90-day planner to help you map out your quarter, map out the last 90 days of the year, check in on weekly business plans, monthly overviews, setting goals, visualizing, and really putting forth a game plan. So the 90-Day Habits Planner, we just launched a special edition, spiral-bound hardcover 90-Day Habits Journal as well. You can get the bundle on sale right now for $49.99. Best ROI in the game, right? For $50, you can grow your business daily. I promise you, if you lean into these tools and resources, where you can be 90 days from now will be extraordinary. Check it out at 90dayhabits.co. That's .co, and use code GettingMagnetic15 for 15% off.
Getting Magnetic Community. It is Sandy Critides, Sandy and Cameron, actually. We are here together. Cam is still in the womb. I'm almost 38 weeks pregnant. I'm sure you've noticed the last few weeks, Wade's been doing lots of solo episodes. I have been giving myself grace. I've been resting so much and not totally had the energy to pour my heart out on here. But today I feel inspired. Today is Sunday, October 24th, and I just went up into our studio, our home office, and felt inspired to share a few things. So I like just pouring out from my heart, like whatever's on there. And a few thoughts are on it right now. And so I'm going to have to figure out what exactly I'm going to theme, or I guess title, this episode, because there's so many thoughts going around in my head. But my friend Alacia sent me something today. It was like one of those carousels on Instagram. And it says, when people say you've changed. Has anyone ever told you that? Has anyone ever been like, you've changed? And for me, I had a lot of that over the past few years as I've grown and evolved and stepped up in my leadership and my business. And I have changed a lot. And then the carousel continues and says, I used to feel hurt when someone said, you've changed. I used to explain or justify myself in order to make them feel better. Now I say, thank you so much. I let them have their thoughts about me. You will evolve and change on your way to your goals. You've changed is a compliment, even if they meant it as an insult. You don't have to apologize for stepping into a better version of you. How amazing is that? So that was something that a woman named on Instagram, her handle is the Kristen Boss. She posted that, and my friend Alacia sent it to me, and I was like, I love that, because I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I've had a lot of that, and I've definitely shed quite a few friendships over the past few years, ones that just were sucking and taking and not giving anything. And so it was a really hard decision to come to. But what I realized is I'm going to match effort. I'm going to match energy. If I'm always the one planning things, if I'm always the one calling and FaceTiming and sending thinking of you notes in the mail and organizing hangout sessions and reaching out and asking how they're doing, and I'm always the giver and I'm never the receiver, I'm going to pull back and see what happens with the friendship. And what I realized is that most people didn't meet me halfway, and that's totally fine. It's so true. My whole life, I've been told that as you get older, your circle will get smaller. And I'm like, no, I have so many great friends. And I do, but I really realize it's more about quality over quantity. So if you've dealt with that, if you've had people tell you that you're changing, or say it in a way where your defense goes up a little bit, like let the defense down and know that they see you evolving. They see you making changes, and maybe they don't mean it in a bad way. So we got to assume best intentions and not like take offense to it. But I loved that so much. So I kind of wanted to start out with that thought. And then I wanted to transition into something else cool that was on my heart. So I love Oprah Winfrey. Anyone else? I've loved her my entire life. I used to come home from track practice in high school, and my mom and I would watch the Oprah Winfrey show. I think that's what it was called. So gosh, I was like 15, 16. That was probably 16, 17, 18 years ago. I'd come home from track practice. I'd have like a snack and I'd sit on the couch and my mom and I would watch it together. And I feel like Oprah was a big part of my like growing up and molding years. I loved listening to her interviews. I loved her stories and her wisdom and just like what she stands for and how she's just this powerful force. And I was sent this YouTube that she did on the law of attraction, and I thought it was so good. And I like jotted down some notes on it and just wanted to like freestyle it on this topic. But she was talking about thoughts and how thoughts are the greatest vehicle to change. Like, how amazing is that? Like, you have control over your thoughts. I have control over my thoughts. And thoughts are the greatest vehicle to change. You want to make a change, you got to change your thoughts. And she went into how every single thing that exists was first a thought. Like, think about the chair that you're sitting on, or the car that you're driving, or the pillow that you're propped up against, or the sweater that you're wearing, or the hair tie you have in your hair, or the nail polish you have on, or the fuzzy socks that you're wearing. Like literally everything was a thought first. If you can like zoom out and really think about that, it makes you feel so not alone, right? Like it makes you feel like, gosh, like there is something so powerful beyond me. Like I am never alone because I'm always surrounded by things that existed in someone else's mind first. I don't know. I thought that was such a cool kind of concept. And then she kind of goes on into how, oh, I thought this was so cool. Our number one job is to become more of ourself. Your number one job is to become more of yourself. How can you do that? How can you do that? Where is, like, what's your zone of genius? Where is your power base? Like, can you be doing something different today to fill your soul? What are your gifts? What are things that maybe you're neglecting or are like somewhere deep buried on your heart and you're like, oh, I know if I do this, like I'd be so much happier, or I could spread like so much more light, or I could add so much more value instead of shrinking, right? So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Your number one job is to become more of yourself. How can you become more of yourself today? How can you do more of that? It's funny, this Sunday afternoon has been very peaceful, and Wade's been kind of like, I don't want to say on me about recording Getting Magnetic, but he's like, babe, do you want to like go up there and just like, I don't know, hit record and see what comes out? And I'm like, yes, because I know he's been like pulling so much weight in all of our businesses and doing so much. And I'm just like resting and getting in the mindset of like, oh my goodness, we're going to become parents in like a matter of days. My whole world is changing. And I realized like I was overthinking popping on here, and my number one job, in becoming more of myself is just showing up, because I know there's someone listening to this that's like, wow, that was kind of all over the place, but I got some good nuggets from that. So I just want to end with asking you, like, what is the truest, highest version of you? How does that person show up? How can you bridge the gap between where you are and how you show up as him or her? And then just like take little steps to lean into that more. So anyway, that's kind of what's on my mind this Sunday afternoon. I am sending you all the love and light. If you don't hear my voice again in the next few weeks, it's because I'm entering this exciting new chapter with my little human. And you know what? I have to tell you, some of you may be parents, some of you not. It is so interesting, like the mindset transition you go through as you step into like, being a first-time parent. Like, I am so eternally grateful. Some of you may have heard on prior podcasts or just know our story, but man, Wade and I have been through seasons in our marriage of like me not wanting to have kids, and we used to fight over that. We went to a lot of therapy about that. I got like some EMDR, intense therapy to work through some trauma that I had around that topic, and then finally worked through some of that stuff. And then we got pregnant over a year ago, and then we lost that pregnancy, and that was devastating. And when you lose something, sometimes something really precious is taken away from you, and then you realize like how bad you really wanted it, and it kind of like really checks you and has you go internal. And so that happened, and then I wanted it more than ever. Like I just wanted to, like when you're something gets taken away from you or you're told you can't have something, like you want it more, right? And so then like pregnancy became like my number one focus. And every single day, my affirmations, I'd say, I'm eternally grateful for this pregnancy. I'm growing a healthy, happy baby inside of me. I would say that stuff every single day, and it wasn't true. And then probably like 6 months after we miscarried, we got pregnant again. And that's this little human that's inside of me now. But it's crazy, like growing with this person inside of me. I'm just like, wow, like I don't know who you are yet. I don't know what you're like yet. I know you're going to be epic, but I'm excited to learn with you and grow with you and be your teacher and have you be my teacher. And I know that, things don't pop into your path by accident. And so we're both in each other's lives to teach each other big, massive, amazing, beautiful things. And something I'm learning right now or going through right now is just things are ever evolving, things are ever changing. It has been years of Sandy and Wade, and it's been amazing. It's been the most beautiful journey. And it's not Sandy and Wade anymore. It's Sandy and Wade and Cameron. And oh my gosh, I'm like emotional as I say that. But it's like a beautiful upgrade. And I'm like, one day Cameron's going to listen to this. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for making me your mama. And thank you for letting me feel all these feels. I'm going through such an intense like shedding of my identity because I don't look at myself as a mom. I've always just looked at myself as like a girl, a friend, a daughter, a sister, Sandy, but I've never looked at myself as a mom. And so that's literally evolving. Like it's happening, it's changing. I just felt baby Cam kick right now. But anyway, all the feels over here in so much gratitude. It's all good stuff. It's just all change, right? And back to kind of what we started with, it's like thoughts are the greatest vehicle to change, right? So as we're ever evolving, next time someone says you've changed, acknowledge that because you have changed and you're forever changing, and just say thank you so much. I hope today's episode brought something up in your soul that got you thinking, got your wheels turning, inspired you, made you think outside the box. I don't know, just kind of lit something up in you. I definitely got emotional at the end there and had to have my incredible producer cut out a section that I just like kind of lost it and then had to piece this last part in. But with all that said, thank you for making it this far. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Thank you for being along for the ride. Thank you for listening when you have no idea what's coming. And if you get value out of listening to Getting Magnetic, did you know one of the greatest things you can do to pay it forward? To tell us thank you, to show us that you want us to keep up with Getting Magnetic is to give us a 5-star review and write, or a 5-star rating and a review on Apple. That would mean so much to us. It'll take you like a minute. We'd love to know, like, what have you gained from these episodes? What's been your favorite? What's something you've learned? Why do you look forward to them? Whatever's on your heart, we want to hear it. And as always, sharing is caring. If you know someone that needs to hear these episodes or a specific episode or topic, send it to them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day.
Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
So remember, you are magnetic.